So I went into London yesterday. I haven't been for over a year. And I went shopping. And oh my God, as an empath, it made for a very, very tough, spooky night. The things we create with our minds and our feelings and our overall emotions. Oh my God. If you're an empath, you really need to watch this and learn how to shield, because, and I was grounding when I was out there, everything. Oh my God. Anyway, so I have a lot to tell you. I have some things written down. We'll go into the cards, see if there are any messages to come through. Somebody did say to me on one of my videos, I talked about everything. We did do some cards, but they still said, but what is your message? The message is to show you what is around you that you're not looking at in the spiritual world that's around you, what we manifest with our thoughts, feelings, pain that are circulating in the air. This is why I talk about my life on here, so people become aware. That is the message, and for you to know what's out there and how to shield yourself and things like that. That is the message. If you want world predictions or anything like that, please go to my world predictions channel and my Pure Angelic Tarot for a tarot reading for you. Okay, where I get names of people, everything. So, yeah. Right. Where do I start? What I want to say is a massive thank you to all of my new subscribers, all of you watching these videos, and all of you watching the World Channel Predictions and Pure Angelic as well, and supporting me, because it's been quite tough. I've actually been ill. I've just got clear of my cold, and it made me, I lost my voice, everything. And yeah, after what happened in the election and all the weirdness that went on there with all the mediums and stuff, it's been quite a tough time. And I have wondered at times whether or not I'd come back on all of my channels and do anything. But here I am, because I need to warn you about this. So, okay, well, I'll start first of all with the team bit. Voice is gone again, sorry. Excuse me. Okay, so what I want to start with, I was getting, I should have known something was coming, because I was getting, if you're new here, I have, they come in black suits, they are angelics, and I have Palladians, I have aliens. Boy, did I say a lot of them last night as well. Aliens, we have everything here. Galactic Federation, Council of Light, we have Ascended Masters, we have them all coming in, all trips around my room, and they're of all different religions. I had an Indian guru type person, or so holy man, walking around the other night. He was in here. So I get, yeah, I do work with different Ascended Masters. Why does Gandhi keep appearing every time I come on video? He does. I keep seeing Gandhi. I even saw Princess Diana last night. I see her a lot off and on. I don't know why she comes, but she speaks to me. I don't know why these people come in. I often get a lot of deceased celebrities coming in, or royalty, or things like that. You can watch some videos on that before I started this channel on the world predictions, and there should be some on here as well. So yeah, that was starting to happen. But the night before I went to London, I knew they were mollycoddling me, because these men in black angels come in black suits to show that they're secret protection for me. Okay, yeah, please watch other videos to find out about it, because we could go on for hours talking about all that. But they do guard me, and they've thrown spirits out of here. Oh my God, and the way if your name's not down, you're not coming in, and they're out. Oh my God, yeah. They got hold of somebody. When was it? was it last night? I can't remember, but there was somebody in front of the TV and they just out. And I can see into these other dimensions. I physically see as well, but I see my mind, and I see in this in-between place, the mind in between physical. Don't ask me, I don't understand. I'm just trying to explain it to you. It's almost like it's here. It's bizarre. But I see physically as well, which can make for some hilarious happenings, I have to say, and some scary ones too. So, okay. But yeah, I got up in the middle of the night and they will grab a hold of me. It was like being on the cruise again, because I was in the, when they did this in particular, I was in the middle of the Atlantic going across to the Caribbean, and I was on my own on this cruise. And every time I got up in the night, somebody grabbed me by the shoulders and they took me to the bathroom, whatever. And yeah, they're in there. Oh my God, they're everywhere. You should see what happens when I shower. Oh my God. That makes for some weird stuff. People standing around. I've had robed Arcturians there when I've been showering. Oh my God, you've got no idea. Watch the previous videos. I'm quite animated because there's been so much going on, and it's still going on to a certain extent. I've been told usually when I've gone somewhere, it takes a few days for it to, it's like I bring them all back with this. Grounded, I don't know how many times, I don't know, shielded, cleared. I even went straight in the shower when I came back last night. Thought this has to go off, all sorts of stuff. Done everything. Anyway, so, I knew they were doing that again. They were mollycoddling me, around me, very like this. So that was kind of freaky, but I'm trying to see if there's anything else I need to tell you before going into the other. No, I want to get into it. It's just too much. So I'm on the train, and the journey from where I am it's long. It's much longer than the journey from where I used to be when I was in Hertfordshire. It's a long journey, but it's still doable in a day and back. So, yeah, people commute, yeah. And I got on the thing. I had to stand, which is never a good thing because of my fits and stuff. But, you know, you get on with it. And I eventually got a seat, and I thought, yeah, they've got me a seat. So when I go on the train, I can see these guys standing around on the train at strategic points. They're also outside. Makes for some funny watching. It's fantastic to watch because you can see them moving around. And if you're on the platform waiting, there's the guy on the bike that's always around to tell me about cycles. Yeah, he's always going backwards and forwards. And I can physically see him doing that. And then there are people walking around and they're guarding. Yeah. And so I'm sitting on the train and I can see all of this going on again. And people think, you know, people are innocently sitting on their seats. They don't know there's some big hulking angel figure behind them. It's kind of... Bless them. I'm not mocking them. I think it's fantastic. But at the same time, it can be a little bit, oh, what the heck? Yeah, leave me alone. So, you know, you just switch off from it. But, of course, I have all that time to sit and look out the window and, you know. And I'm looking out the window and I can see over the fields. And in the distance, it's what I see on this back wall here. I'm just trying to see if they're... I just heard we're here. All of these people standing there. Right, sometimes they are just ordinary people. Sometimes they're the men in black. It depends where they go. It's almost like some camera sweeps over all of them. They're all standing there. Sometimes I see them in a cinema, or they're watching world history. It's bizarre. Lots of stuff to do with the world. They're watching us from the spirit world, from the other dimensions. Okay, they're watching us, but they're watching with interest as to what goes on this planet. I mean, let's face it, it's just crazy, isn't it? So they're doing all that. And then sometimes I have priest-like figures with crosses, or I have hooded men and women, you know, who are ascended masters, people in white, lots of people in white, and all different sorts of things. Angels, what, right? You know, the wings. All sorts, right? So I can see them off. Wherever I go, I can see them. They come with me. It's all dimensional stuff, yeah? So I can see them in the distance, over these fields, in the sky. So if I go out there now, I'd be able to look in the sky. Well, I say plane in the sky. As in a ghost plane, if you like, right? So I can go out there and I can see them. I can look out there and I know there are loads of people. And if I give them my attention, they start doing things, okay? Giving me messages, which has reminded me about one thing I saw the other day, but we'll talk about the plane. I'm just going to write it down. Okay, that one will tickle you. So I'm looking at all of that thinking, wow, that's amazing. Yeah, but it's crazy, but it's amazing. Wow, how can I see all these people, right? And some of them start moving around and doing things, you know. Then the next thing, I don't just see the plane I normally see out there. I see these big jumbos, right? And it looks like they're in an airport, but it's in another dimension. And what is crazy is they're British Airways planes. There were about three, they're telling me three planes, okay? And they're huge. I can see all the windows, everything. I can see the tail. This is over the fields as the train's moving to London. God, I think this is, yeah. I was going to say the station, but I think I'll leave that out. Anyway, it was all by the first stop. We didn't have many stops. But anyway, so these planes are there and I can see them moving around. They're not flying, they're on the ground. Now, I've had dreams about airports and things like that for a long, long time, dreamt about planes. And this, the tail is British Airways, but it's the older one with a crown on the top. And I think, was there a newer one? I can't remember, but there were these other planes. And I'm thinking, nobody believed me. I can see these huge jumbo jets. Like they're parked on some platform, but it's in another dimension. But underneath are all the trees here. Just like on top of the trees that I could see out of the window. I mean, I always find it weird to watch the trees because I see the trees' auras, and it's like this light just keeps going boom, boom, boom up from the trees. It's bizarre. I get that. Insects, I see the little halo around an insect, things like that. It's aura. And when I see a plane normally in the sky, I see this big bubble around it. So, yeah, it could be anything to do with the engines that I'm just seeing. But people say it's the auras. There's something. Oh, and that's what I see from the spirit world. I see a lot of those, I call them bubbles. Yeah. I'm trying to think of where I've put my thing and what it looks like. Oh, there's the candle flickering. Do you want me to show them? Yes. Right, if you hold on 1 second, because it's important, I'm going to show you what all these bubbles are like. 1 second. Okay, so care of Gabby's dollhouse. This is what they look like. And I've done this before, but it's relevant to what I'm going to say later on, what I saw last night as well. So this is what I see all around planes and insects. And I see from the spirit world. Oh, well, that didn't do very well, did it? That's what I see. Bubbles are noisy, aren't they? So that's what I'm saying. and kind of crazy. But anyway, I was wondering what it meant to see those bubbles. I don't know what's happened to the screen. Is that the light? Might have been bubbles, I don't know. But I've gone very dark. And that candle's going. What's happened there? Might just be the light. I'm going to have to turn this up because you can't see me. So I was wondering what it all means to see these planes. And somebody's definitely messing with my camera right now. So I don't know. Is it the EMP thing that I picked up, that I've been picking up for ages? I did see an explosion on a plane, and they're showing me now. There's the front, and then there's the front bit here, and then the explosion here. I don't know. And why an airport? So I'm not really sure what's going on there. That may be something for the World Channel messages, but it's really important. Really important. Why did I say that? Why is it really important? We'll go with the cards shortly. Right, so that's before I get to London. Then I get into London. Now, I was with my son, and he was going for a meeting with somebody, important one, and so I decided to wait for him in is it Marylebone Station? Now, some people say Marylebone, or whatever, Marylebone for me. Okay, and that station, it's an very old station, obviously, but it's too small for the amount of traffic it gets. I'm telling you, I spent a lot of time there, longer than I thought. It was a couple of hours in the end, and it was just, I was in Starbucks and I was writing stuff, and I got bored, came out. People going in and out, in and out. This is where I'm talking about the empath thing, non-stop. Okay, then I thought, right, not to mention I've been on the train. Okay, and that then I start walking around the place and looking at the shops that are in there. You had to queue to get in the ladies. I mean, oh God, too small for the amount of traffic. It's got lots of platforms, and I'm sitting there, and then the end, I'm sitting in this drafty station, just got over a cold, so I sit on one of the seats, and the amount of traffic, people going past. Obviously it's a station, yeah. Big loads coming in, all different. We had obviously London, cosmopolitan city. We have English, we have Chinese, we have Arabic, Indian, American. We have everybody going in and out, in and out, in and out, which is fantastic, yeah. So I'm getting all of this, and I'm getting more and more cold, and I'm thinking, are you coming back yet? Reason I thought, we'll go and shopping. I'm going to be 2 hours, come back. Or I'm going myself. Yeah, I'm just going to go because I got sick. And I'm an anxious person, but it was getting on that level. I thought, oh my God. Yeah, now people looking at you, and, people not knowing where you're going. You don't know where to put your eyes. And non-stop. 2 hours of that. 2 hours. Probably a little bit more, actually, when I think about it. And just being on a train. And being in this busy station where I got on. Okay? So I've got all that going on. There's a load of activity going on over there. I don't know what the hell that is. So we've got all that going on. Okay? Then go out shopping. Well, of course, we walk to Oxford Street, which takes a while. Loads of people. Loads of people. People who have been on the train with, It's Friday. It's busy. So more busy than usual. get to Oxford Street, and it feels great. It feels like, whoa. I get in there, I buy my new jacket, I go for my makeup, Dior and all this. Oh my goodness, it's been so long since I've been able to do that and go into London and, you know, do things like that. And so I go off, I get all my, you know, I'm doing my stuff, and we go, before I went for my makeup and stuff, I went to, we went upstairs, and they have like a champagne bar there. So I thought, we're in London, let's have a couple like sneaky glasses of champagne, which we did. Then went around the food hall and bought stuff. It was really nice. It was really interesting because I talk about the Trump thing. There was an American woman sitting at the bar area. I would love to have sat there. I would love to have got in on the conversation. And then some English people, and they were having a complete conversation about Trump and stuff like that, and about, you know, how my son always says that, and I'm not a fan, as you know, but my son always goes on about the fact that the British media forgets about the inflation thing, and why people voted for him on that. But I'm not getting into that. No way, don't. So anyway, I would love to have done that. Then we go around. I go down to my get the makeup. But as I'm going, and now was it before I got the makeup or after? It was after. I'm going down the escalator, and I'd been thinking about when I was younger, how I used to come in, you know, with my ex-husband and some friends, and we'd go to Selfridges, and it was bringing back a lot of memories. And we were in John Lewis, because I went into Selfridges, and it was like, I need to get out of here right now. Too busy. So that's where everybody goes, Selfridges. And they go to John Lewis as well. But we went all the big department stores, and we we're coming down the stairs from the champagne bar. It must have been after the makeup, I can't remember. But I'm coming down the escalator, and all of a sudden I get something that absolutely terrifies the life out of me. Remember, everybody's putting their junk out there, and I'm putting my junk out there. It's all going out, whether you like it or not. And, you know, your emotions, your whatever. So I'm having all these remembrances, and then all of a sudden in my head, and it felt like, and I've had this before when I've been walking down the street, it feels like everywhere my reality is just going to change. And I've talked about this before. What the heck was that? Did you see that shadow? That's somebody walking around there. Did you see the shadow? And there's a little ball of light doing something that that was weird. It wasn't, nobody walked past. Wow. Okay. So, was it the candle? Might have been the candle. No, there's a man there. I can see him here. Ah, here. Two. There's a few of them. They're coming into vision. That's what we're seeing. As it could have been the candle as well, but they're definitely there, and I can see them. And there's little balls, the palladium ball things, I call them. UFOs in my home. No kidding. Did you hear that? Somebody tapped the camera when I said that. Or just after I said that. We get a lot of camera tipping. Don't you move the camera this time though, please. So, I'm coming down the stairs, and I've had this before. I actually felt like I was there at one point with when the Hamas attacks happened. I was seeing stuff. I was in tears, and I was telling... I can't remember which video it is. It's probably on the World Predictions one. Go back. It's almost like my reality is changing. I can still see where I'm walking, everything. It looks like normal. But there's this sudden sense of, oh my God, I can see this so strongly in front of me. It feels like it's all going to change. And it felt like it was just a black wall. And it was like, boom. And I thought, oh my God, am I going to die? What's happening? Am I going to black out? on this escalator. What, you know, I hate escalators as it is. It takes me half an hour to get on them. To the point my guide's given me, oh, guide, I'm not calling me a guide anymore. Angel guardian has given me a way to get on escalators. I hate them. I hate them. It's to do with my balance, because my balance is off. But so I'm thinking, oh my God. Honestly, if I could just, this black, and I thought any minute now, it's like death. That's all I could think of. It's just like something ending, and it's this big black wall, and that's gonna be my reality. I'm just gonna drop into darkness. It was horrible. It didn't obviously change, and I just went about as normal. But mediums get some really scary they really do. And so I'm thinking, oh my God. I go outside, and then I get this sort of panicked feeling, and it wasn't me. Really panicked. I felt uncomfortable. Now, I have things going on in my life that are making me anxious right now. There are big changes coming for me. I've got to make some big decisions about where I'm going, and what I'm doing next year. And it's something I've been waiting for a long time to be able to do again. So it's big. It's really big for me. So I thought, well, maybe it's just something to do with that. But it wasn't. It's not that. It pinged with my anxiety. But then I got on with it. We were trying to find somewhere to eat, but it was just useless. It was Friday night. So we go back to the station. And then we get on the train and we come home. And I could not shake that uneasy feeling. It just felt, and I was this terrible sadness, aching sadness, which I've felt before. I usually feel on Christmas Day afternoon, every day, every year of my life. After lunch, Christmas is terrible, aching sadness. I don't know what it is, for times past, maybe, things like that. So I'm putting it down to that all the time. But I think, I don't feel this type of sadness until Christmas Day, so I don't understand. And then I had some strange things happen to me before my estranged mother died. 3 months beforehand, I was getting upset out of nowhere and shouting for her. And it happened 3-4 times. And then I was told she died, and it was almost like, come on, Mum, let's sort this out. But no, and she died. So I thought, oh God, is it, somebody I know or something like that? I don't know. I hope not. Is it something happening to the world? I hope not. But there was a wall of dark, and it was coming towards me. So I get back, everything's, do our normal stuff. Watch comedy. Usually when I feel like that, I just put comedy on. Lots of comedy, things like that. And then I decide to go to bed, and this is where it really starts. Oh my God. So it's again in that in-between space. Okay, now I've talked about it. It's almost like delirium. The only way I can describe it to you is, and I have never done this in my life. I'm a good girl. And something. No, I am. I've never taken a substance before. I had a slight weirdness when I had to take prescription drugs that were given to me by the doctor, and I went there and she says, "Oh, did you have a trip?" I said, "I'm not taking these." Oh, did you have to? What? Yeah, that was it. That was given to me by my doctor. Yeah, that's why I've never, ever taken substances. Never. I haven't even smoked. Not once. Not even a try. Okay. Have the odd drink. That's it. And then I'm an anxious person, and I don't like being controlled. And I don't like things controlling me, so that's why I'm like that. But I think it's a good trait anyway. Anyway, so the only way I can describe it is as if somebody had put something in a drink and I drank it. Because the things I was saying were creatures. Creatures. Now, I have had an underworld experience recently. These were creatures and they're all looking at me like this. So remember, it's in that in-between space. The only time I got relief was when I got up and I walked to the bathroom. But it started off where I was lying there and it was like I was back in the station, but I wasn't seeing the people there were some people that kept walking backwards and forwards, and they come up close to you, they don't care. In London, you'll get mowed down if you don't watch. And they don't, they're coming too close to you all the time. Even when you're sitting down, they're still, and they're encroaching on your personal space and in your aura, basically. So, and they don't even know they're doing it. I mean, that's how people are, right? So going backwards and forwards, but I'm lying in my bed and all I can see is the station again. I'm sitting there and there are spirits going, walking here, there and everywhere. People I don't remember seeing. And I had enough people watching to know that, remember who I was seeing quite, I mean, somebody will escape my vision, yeah, but these were spirits. And I thought, oh my God, everything was going fast. So I'm lying there. I thought, just ground, shield. You always get a bit when you've been to somewhere busy. Remember, I've walked up and down Oxford Street, been in all these shops, department stores full of people, but these weird creatures, people coming at me. Now, when we got back at the station, we were waiting for an Uber to come back here. On the train, this girl had appeared, a spirit, and she had a green coat thing on, and she was chewing gum, and so I don't know if she sent me something, I don't know. And I'm always willing to, well, can I help her? Can I do anything? No, she's not supposed to be in here. So they stand around, they block her off, but she keeps trying to get through. She's still around. They come in and out and they have to be removed. Yeah. So, but she took her gum out and she was putting it on the floor, and I was like, oh God, that's a spirit. And she appeared by my bed at one point. And I just could see these people wandering around, and then I can physically see the men in black wandering around, people looking at me. I can't fully describe, but there were a lot of those bubbles, like there were so many of them, like I couldn't see. I was going in a sea of them. Very strange creatures, lots of alien faces, big eyes, like that at me. Can you imagine? Oh, my battery is gone. Can you imagine that at night? You see how many interruptions we've had? I'm trying to tell you all this. It's bizarre. So they're looking at me like this, and I'm thinking, oh my God. Then I managed to fall asleep. But all of a sudden I did my thing, and the doctor I was under, I'd really pushed myself yesterday, walk and everything, and I managed to do it, and it was like a big thing. But you never escape these fits, and I was aching, I was uncomfortable. I'd had to stand as well on the train a lot, and I had my consultant believed it was a fit I was having, because I routinely wake up in the middle of the night screaming or going, oh my God. And last night I just drop off to sleep, and all of a sudden I just woke up. I'm thinking, oh my God, people might hear me. My son come running, oh my God, what's that? Have you done it again? He's like, you're all right, Mum, you're all right, safe, you're all right. And then it starts again, all these faces, all these people. And then I start seeing lots of images of, I've talked about the steampunk thing, and I've written steampunk, but they show me a lot about that. All these different images from other dimensions, these places, and everything's moving fast. It's like moving really fast, as if something's moving over all these cities, all these places, as if I'm on a wild ride somewhere. And all these strange buildings and shores, and I can't even remember all of the stuff. But I was in the other dimensions. And it's like I'm here and I'm in it. I'm existing in several dimensions at once. And I've come across that before with me. I've had some very strange experiences with that. And it was all these places and all these. And then I saw in the station, I could see my son go, "Rah!" about something. And I saw other people, "Rah!" Weird creatures, which could be thought forms from people. And they were all, rah, faces turning, you know, really like monstrous, scary. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm still lying there. Ground, shield. White light, please help me. I was praying. It was that bad. I was praying. Okay, please help me. I don't know. So all this stuff's coming in. They're still around there. And when they go quiet, that usually means they're doing something. If I can't see them as well, or it was something I had to go through and become aware of. So I'm doing all of that. And then I saw my son, and he was standing in the station. And I don't know if it was, I don't know, but he had black, like makeup around here. His eyes were black, you know. I didn't like it at all. I took a trip into the Underworld. I did not like it. Nobody would. But nobody had been near my champagne, by the way. Nobody had been near my coffee. Nothing. So if you're wondering, that was all spirit world stuff. And I managed to drift off to sleep because I was frightened to. I'll be honest with you, I was frightened to. But I managed. And I slept okay. I woke up in the morning, there were a couple of bits still going, but it wasn't so far so good. But they clear them out. They clear it out. That was thought form. They were strange creatures, strange. Some of them look very elemental. Weird places, strange. And I see these images floating on the air as well, you know, and it's like, oh my God, and oh, what is happening? And no matter if I turned over that way, and I thought, oh, and then I would start worrying. I felt this terrible panic all the time, coming and then going, coming and then going. It was all wrong. It's very scary. But it was just something I had to go through for some reason. And now you know about it. Now you know what your thoughts and emotions create out there. And I've been doing it myself. I've been annoyed this morning. You know, you've got to, it's just, when you're out there, if you're an empath, you need a shield. Why are you putting an apron on? One of them put a white apron on over black suit. He likes to take them. One of my had been a husband in a previous life or something a few times, and he's supposed to be twin flame, but he winds me up at times because obviously, you know, when you see them and they're, you know, trying to get you at the right place and do this, and they're not giving you all the information, and you get a little bit annoyed. He does daft things like that. He'll put a pink one on, put something in the oven. Means I need to eat. I don't know what the white apron means though. Oh yeah, and then I'm the baby. That really annoys me. So, that's the other bit I didn't tell you before I get into how to deal with this as an empath, because I'm not sure how to be perfectly honest, but what you can, you know, some tips for. I think it's an experience you may have to go through. It was an awakening of some sort, obviously. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a moment. Sorry, I'm just starting to say a lot of things. And the distraction is part of the message here. So, yeah. I also felt like I was being put into a box. The walls were coming around me. It was bizarre. It was very, very uncomfortable. It'll come out. I'll remember more and more through when I do my next videos. But the plane, just before we get into a little bit of tarot, before I go, the ghost plane thing that I see up there as well. The other day, I could see them, the emergency chutes were out and they were jumping down the emergency chutes of this plane. So, and I'd like to say it's something to do with my life, or they're giving me a message, but it didn't make any sense at all. So I don't know if there's something coming. There are a lot of big changes coming in the world. Well, that we've been going through tons of changes, but there are a lot of big changes. Some unexpected surprises. I thought we already had the biggest one, but no, unexpected. A big turnabout. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, empath. So I suggest if you have anything like that, you get your hands and knees and pray. Who said that? No, but you praying is good. Grounding, imagining roots out of your feet, right down at the ground. I did it on the train. I did it all the time in London. For roots coming out, shield. Imagine white light around you. Okay. Imagine, remember your own power. Imagine the light inside you coming out to shield you as well. Pray, ask for angelic help. Okay. So, straight to source. Yeah, I did. And yeah, remember that you can get through it. And these messages are coming to you for a reason. But shield when you go out there. I have been very, I mean, this is a town, but it's not on the scale that London is. And I find now, wherever I go, very, very sensitive. I had a lot of people, I had people in, that's right. And I thought, good grief, there's people from the town. This is very old town. We're talking 18th century Victorian everything. Yeah, a lot of Regency. Okay. And I had people in big hats and they'd come. It was always like, oh, let's go. And they were all in my room. So yeah, shield. It's definitely something about the steampunk thing again. I don't know why. Because I've been stopped writing. I try and then it stops. I try and then it stops. So I don't know what's going on with that. But there's a reference to something about steampunk in the Victorian times. I always say Victorian. I see World War II. I see 1930s and World War II. And a bit of the 50s. And sometimes 60s. So there is something about those times that are relevant at the moment to our spiritual journey as a human race. But I talk about that on my World Predictions channel. So let's have a few cards and see if we can find out what the heck was going on. This is the other, I keep saying this similar, just showing you I was in London yesterday. I picked this up. Still have them in London. And I keep saying this, communication, but by telephone. I'm hearing a telephone ring right now. So that's some message. There's some message trying to come through. And it is, I picked up on the World Predictions channel that it's to do with a code coming in from the universe to people to wake them up. But if you want to know more about that, watch the videos on World Predictions. Let's have a go. See what this one. There you go. Confirmation. It's in the underworld. Creepy ass, huh? Seeing what it's another dimension that exists. Is it hell? No. Let me put a big sign on one. No. It is what it's the dark. It's the dark side of all of us. It is our hopes, our fears, our anxieties, everything out there. It exists in a dimension. It's there for a reason. It's there to learn from. And I had a trip in it. Nice. So I wasn't best pleased this morning, so I was shouting, having a go at them. Well, sometimes I wonder, they can... Angelics, I think they should interfere in this world a little bit more, but they won't. And sometimes I wonder why I have to go through so many things and why other people do. But there's obviously a reason. I'm hoping, you know, the white light, there's a reason I'm always falling in and out with God. And I know it's all the same thing, but the white light seems to resonate with me more. I don't like this male figure that stands there. I prefer the white light. Now, you know, it's just how I prefer. Yeah, we've got, oh, discipline. Yeah. Protecting and shielding. Knowing what's there. It was like I went in and fought them. They're giving me the words. Fought the demons, fought the monsters. I think maybe that's what you have to do when you're having your awakening. That's what you have to do. That's why you can see some crazy stuff. Maybe you have to go in there for a time, and it's a trial, if you like. I don't know. Becoming awake to who you are, what the world is. But it's another dimension. Is it hell? Were these things really hurting me? No, they weren't. They were just, wow, frightening to us. And you hear the tap? They weren't hurting me. They were existing in a dimension. They could be our creations. As much as you create a video game, you're creating a dimension. You're creating figures. When you create a book, you are creating another dimension. In my opinion, that's what you're doing. And they live in that dimension. I just said this is correct. So that's what we're doing. But they weren't hurting me. There was a bit, but they, it was like seeing what was there. You know, the shadow side of us. There's something over the top there. I see a lot of, I could be on here all day telling you. This is the main bit. I'm going to take another card. And, yes, the people who send their shadow sides off, the demons from others that come to take and feed. Yeah? They come to feed from humans. We do have elementals in there. There are dark beings, and this is another dimension. But we are creating a lot of it with our thoughts and our feelings. And they get fed by that, the ones that are truly there, who exist. Yeah? And they get fed by it. They're just another dimension coexisting with us. Correct. Just check. So watch out for vampires around you. If you're watching this, you may need to examine what's going on around you. Okay? I'm going to get one more, and then I'm going to end it here. I may talk about that. I'll do a pure angelic one, I think. Yeah. Because, you know, you can... this is about turning things into gold. But you could... What I'm getting is that your emotions... We've got the water here. Look. Have a look at it. It's sick. He changed people into animals. This can be the animalistic side of us as well. That's coexisting with these beings on the other side. And they're feeding off the energy. And they're feeding off their dark energy from this world. And it's... These are the creatures. But it's taming the beast within. Yeah? This is like the strength card. Yeah, taming the beast within. But being aware of the other animals, creatures, and beings, elementals, could have been fae as well, you know, in this world that coexist with us. They're making themselves known. So I suppose I'm going in there and I'm frightened because it's not what I normally see, obviously. And they're coming towards me. There are alien beings in there as well. So these are all the hidden is being shown at the moment. And that's what's happening in the world. All the hidden, it's like somebody's taken up a stone that things have been hidden under and we're seeing it all. Okay? We'll leave it there because I think I'm going to find out more and more about that. I'm going to go into it. But that was definitely a trip to the underworld. So remember to ground and protect yourself. Especially when you go out, especially if you're empath, because that was way off the chart. Okay? And we do create things. And they live in this other dimension with these other beings. I'm not quite sure how it all works, but that's what I'm getting. Well, I'll get more about it, I'm hoping, so I can understand it a lot more. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe, like, and share. That'd be great, thank you. Please check out the World Predictions channel. Please check out, I am going to put a membership on. I did see something that I got on video. It's very short, but it's how spirit seemed to form on my mirror and the weirdness. I'd never seen that before. They're starting to do different things. And I've noticed that if I put things like that on here, people are not watching that, whatever. So I'm going to put it on the memberships. There's only just going to be memberships. There's going to be one membership. It's more about support than anything. And you can see these videos, you know, they'll be ad-free once I get the adverts on here. I need 1,000 for that and some more watch hours. So 1,000 subscribers, which I'm trying to get to. So please subscribe. Thank you. But it's about support, and I'll put on what I caught. It's how they start forming. They just like that, like the little explosion that comes out on the mirror. It is bizarre. And it gives you an idea about these dimensions. It's very short, but I'll put it on there because people seem to just bypass all my seeing spirit on there. And it drives me mad. What the heck is that? Oh, no, I don't like that. What the hell? It's like I'm still going through it, Anna. It's like this stone-looking, very dark stone-looking thing. Bare-chested, but very small. But like this with all this weird curls and like stone. And it's just very small and it just ran out. Help. So, yeah. But I will do that. It's back again. Oh my God. They go out and they have to go out and then they come in again and you've got to keep... It takes a while and then they disappear. Might be that they leave some energy signature. I don't know. That has to take a while to go out. I don't know. I could go on and on. I'm sorry. So, yeah, I will do that and that. It's a shame, though, because you can really see these people standing there. And it frustrates me. But I like that, you know. Anyway, take care of yourselves and I shall see you next time. And please check out the other channels. And please follow my... if you love spicy romance, check my books out on Inkit and give me a follow as well, please. There's some free stuff on there as well. Okay, take care and I shall see you next time. Bye.